GTR 400 is a simulation style racing game. Now this was more of a budget styled game that was released in 2004 for the PlayStation 2 and later in 2006 for the PC. The game was also developed by the same company that created Crescent Suzuki Racing that was also on the PS2, which was a motorbike racing game. I have done a previous video on that game. I'll leave a link up in the card that you can go and check it out. And when you play this game, you'll notice a lot of familiarities in terms of the graphics and even more so the tracks, as there is a lot of tracks that are in this game that was previously used in that other racing game as I mentioned. And essentially the game was developed by the same creators, so there was a lot of elements and assets that were reused for this game. The only difference is you're driving cars rather than bikes. The game itself was also inspired by the likes of Gran Turismo, as you can see with the types of cars that are available, especially more of the high-end race cars. And there's a total of 16 tracks available in the game across 3 different continents, where you have the ability to race in a season championship with the aim to try and reach the top and win the championship overall. The game also comes fully equipped with a lot of licensed GT cars with their own custom liveries and sponsor decals. You'll notice them when you actually look at the graphics on each of the cars, you'll be able to see them. And as you're driving throughout the races, there's also real-time damage effects that genuinely affects the overall handling and performance of the cars. So you do need to be careful every time you decide to cut a corner, or if you try to knock someone off the track. You need to be mindful that the damage will have a lasting effect or can really hamper your progress throughout each of the races. So there are 6 championships in the game in total, but they're all model specific, so each championship is pretty much its own class or tier, and once you complete each of the tiers, you'll unlock further or more advanced tiers so that you can unlock more rewards, unlockables, and potentially more cars for the more advanced championships. Even more so with the time trial modes, that you can unlock extra rewards for getting the fastest times on tracks in that mode. So there's plenty to keep the racing enthusiast here locked in for quite a bit. Now, as this is a budget title, it isn't without its flaws. The graphics for the most part are quite decent for a budget title. It's probably one of the best of these type of games that were developed by the creator that was released on the system. Now, there are far better racing games out there, I'm not going to deny that, but from having played it and from even playing the motorbike game as I mentioned, you can definitely see a lot of similarities. The gameplay takes a bit of getting used to in terms of the handling of the cars, depending on the car that you're using or the mode that you're playing on, and it will take quite a bit of skill to get used to the familiarity with each of the tracks so that you can progress through each of the championships. But there is quite a bit here that'll keep you playing for some time if it is something that you are into. So the further into each of the championships as you get, and the more perks that you unlock, the more items you'll have available to you and the more cars you'll have at your disposal that you can use in future championships. So pretty much the more you play, the more you'll unlock, which is a good incentive, as that will keep you playing. Plus you do have the ability to unlock a secret bonus car should you complete all of the time trials within the game and get the fastest times. So even that is much of an incentive to keep playing also. Now the game itself got mixed to above average reviews when the game was launched, but overall it's a decent type of racer. It's not going to break new grounds, and it's definitely not on the same level with the likes of Gran Turismo, but it is a fairly decent alternative if you're just looking for something a bit more low budget. This here might be worth a try, and having played it, it is a decent game to play. Again, it does take a bit of getting used to, but there's definitely a lot here that'll keep you playing for a while. You definitely can have some fun with it should you put the time in, but again, you will just have to take the time to really sit down with it and get used to how each car feels and how the layout of the tracks are going to affect how you're going to play. But that will all come in time. And I'd love to know your thoughts with this game if you have played it yourself. Which version did you play? Did you play it on the PlayStation 2 or did you play it on the PC? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so be sure to share it down in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more of these type of videos where I do more reviews and gameplay style videos of other budget style racers that were also released on the PlayStation 2, be sure to leave a like on the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be updated when future videos are released. And also be sure to check out more videos on the channel where I do provide other similar style videos of various types of racing games and even more budget style racing games that were released on the system. So be sure to check those videos out, and I will see you all over in the next one.